Hello there guys, how are we all doing today? Welcome to the first game of the day. We are going to be going into it right away, pretty much. Straight into the pistol round here. Obviously we have RCL versus PARTIZANxBeatPower. So, should be a nice one here. Obviously it is on Vertigo as you can see, but it is going to be a great matchup nonetheless. I do believe it's still very early in the season for both of these teams. RCL are playing 2 games today. Oh, that is a lovely find there. Straight away, RCL are looking very dominant here. It's all on blue, white, and heaven. I say that. It's all that. Just heaven that remains. 1 versus 4 here. Trying to find the player towards ramp, but isn't successful. And 1-0 the scoreline will go. RCL definitely going to be happy with the result of that one. Coming out the gate straight away on Vertigo here. A very nice start for them. Certainly all going to be about keeping this going. Definitely going to want to get their first win on the board here. They are currently 0-1, whereas Partizan 1-1 so far their season is, so not too bad at all. At the alarm for the round beginning there, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, this is just alerting everyone that I am now here already.
Coming with an entrance.
To watch some great. I mean, what an entrance that is. You're not getting much better than that there. But we're gonna get some pretty great Counter-Strike, and the force buy is looking pretty strong actually from Partizan. The scout does find one.
You've got
Man advantage now. Yeah, man advantage for these T's. Util is very lackluster on RCL. I mean, both teams, Util's very limited, but Flamus, huge pick there.
You've got to imagine, obviously, this game is meaning a little bit more to RCL. Obviously, as I mentioned before, they do have a couple games to be seen today. I think we will be watching both of their games today in the Challenger Division, so that should be nice to see. But obviously, start of the season not so perfect. They did lose their first game, so they're certainly going to want to get themselves to that 1-1 record after this one. Yeah, 3.
Obviously, will be the aim of the game here, but doesn't mean it's going to be an easy task. It's just Tilsty ahead, not for long though. Yumsan in the 1 versus 1.
I like this from Heaven. Still going towards B here. Look what it's done to the rotations of Yumsan. Questioning whether A is going to be the play, whether there's Heaven in the back lines, but in reality, Heaven's just trickled his way out towards B. So the bomb will go down. Obviously, a smoke and a Molotov for Heaven.
You're obviously still a bit wary of where Yumsan can actually be, so I would have liked to see a bit more of an aggressive smoke that's being used. Obviously, since Heaven doesn't have a great amount of health.
Oh, and he gets taken down by Yumsan. Nice 1 versus 2 there for Yumsan. He's 3-0 right now. Hasn't been taken down yet.
Yeah, good recovery there from RCL. I mean, Partizan looks like they did a lot of work just to make that work, but sadly didn't fall in their favour.
It seemed nice, but in that 2 versus 1 for Partizan, they played it split and just gave Yumsan 2 1v1s, and I feel like, you really can't be doing that, especially when, we've seen Partizan, they played 2 games of their season so far. We're kind of expecting teams needing a 5-3 record to guarantee themselves playoffs, whereas in reality, Partizan, their season so far, not bad, 1-1, but definitely not going to want to let it trickle away.
Yeah, I mean, they go 1-2 here. That's where they really don't have many more mistakes that can be made.
We're seeing a force buy here from Partizan once again. Oh, nice shot there from Lin. Takes down Risky.
Yeah, I do like the force buy. Obviously, they got the bomb plant down. They brought it to a 1v1, even with just these weak weapons. And with that added loss bonus from the round prior, their buy's going to be even stronger in this one. So it's no surprise that we are seeing the force. And in fairness, the buy's reasonably similar.
The kills on. It's currently a 4 versus 2 now. Oh, Flamus able to get another. It's all on Flombic now. 1v4. Surely going to be too tall of a task.
Only 10 HP. No real chance this one's going to be doable at all. Especially with the flank. In fact, that's a nice find. but eventually is gonna fall. So now we should just see this half buy for Partizan. I do believe they're on full loss bonus now, and you can't really justify going for another 4. So let this game slip too far away if you keep on going for that.
But RCL, they're going to go 4 rounds up here. Obviously, we can see Deagles and armor invested from Partizan. As you mentioned before, we do have that full loss bonus for them. So they can still make things work. And obviously, we've seen, you know, Deagle rounds go the favour of the Deagles quite a lot so far this season. Just because a lot of these Challenger Division teams, well, not just the Challenger Division, but all the divisions really, they've got such clinical players in regard to just their true, like, ability. The mechanics of these players, absolutely ridiculous. But Blue-White unable to find a frag with the Deagle. Neither Rooken. Everything's going wrong here for Partizan.
Just Heaven remains 1 versus 5. P250 flashbang and a bomb on his back, but gonna get crunched on. The MP9 does find him, so nice bit of kill reward there from Risky Bob.
Yeah, and I think as well, keeping 5 players alive. Look what it's done to the money. I think RCL will be able to get a buyout in the next, regardless of the outcome. We need to see a turn of the tables here for Partizan. Realistically, they don't want to be going 6 rounds down on that T side early on. Obviously, because a map like Vertigo, I feel like it is still slightly CT sided, but some teams do just seem to dominate on the T side, especially when it plays into kind of a play style of a pack mentality. I feel like Vertigo really is the map where you can just kind of run it as a pack, and we see it a lot towards the A-bomb site.
Interestingly, Partizan have got a decent amount of money in the bank, considering their loss bonus. So the fact that they can lose this round without getting a bomb plant and still get another buyout isn't too bad. Obviously, just because the loss bonus is so high, 3.4k. Not all the players are going to be perfect, but you've got to add kill rewards to that as well. There's a real chance they can buy even if they lose. But nice start here as they find the first.
Obviously, Lin very low. Heaven as well has been chipped down a little, but that's a great find from Rooken. 2-man advantage now for Partizan. Seemingly is going to be this B split through middle.
Obviously, I won't go for any sort of gamble just yet. They are still... Well, in fact, they kind of are. Look at this flank. Risky. Where is he heading to?
He's going towards outside B. Oh! How is Ricken getting that frag? Oh, we could have seen Yumsan find a flurry of kills there. It's all on Shine. Surely going to struggle here as the bomb will go down towards A. But how did we see Risky go down there? It was a near perfect kill. Potentially was just playing trigger discipline.
It did look like that. It looked like he was holding for a while. So you do have to expect maybe he wanted to just get a bit closer, seeing if he can get maybe 2 for 1. But really unfortunate there. I feel like even if he goes for 1 and just backs off, goes back towards the A site without making any noise, just the nuisance that he can cause is so apparent that it would make things really challenging for Partizan. But really unfortunate there. You understand the thought process, but great find from Rickham.
As I mentioned, though, we are going to be seeing a full buyout for RCL, potentially the first AWP, but no. Stinix opting against it, could have brought out the AWP. No AWP on Partizan either, so still waiting for the big green to be in play.
Just these sort of primary rifles from both teams. Because the RCL have done a pretty decent job at taking ramps successfully most rounds.
Nice flash towards the middle as well. Trying to secure some control. Seemingly Risky Bob waiting for a nade. How did he get the nade so low trajectory-wise there?
I'm not sure about that one.
So many nades sent towards ramp, but Partizan luckily have got themselves out of harm's way as they lean towards B. Ooh, the aggression coming out. There's a player towards quad. Ricken going to be getting aggressive. Oh, Stinix will be able to find one before getting taken down. Molotov from Yumsan going to force out these players. Oh, it isn't perfect. In fact, does not land on the default spot, but he still finds a kill for it. Onto this 3 versus 3, and the trade's going through towards middle, bring it to a 2v2. But Flamus, really not perfect health. He's got a fair bit of utility to work with, though.
We see Heaven actually getting quite aggressive here. It's a bit of a risk. Does just give his life away. Laying in a 1 versus 2. Just getting spammed away through the little gap.
Really important stuff there, and Flamus finds him anyway, even on that really low HP. And 5 rounds found here from RCL. As I mentioned, you know, the outcome of the last really not impacting whether RCL gets a buy or not. A similar kind of story for Partizan, seeing as they won that previous round so dominantly.
It does feel like both the teams there in that 2 versus 2 had sort of different ideas how to play that. Heaven played so aggressive, and obviously we knew, and in fact, Partizan should have knew as well that Flamus was pretty low. But the fact that they played so aggressive, it allowed Heaven to fall to the full HP player and do minimal damage as well, so it left Flamus in a really difficult situation.
We do have the AWP in play now. Heaven going to be aggressing out towards B. Oh, Heaven able to find one. Will get taken down. Stinix might be able to get a double, and he is successful with the MP9. That's a great way to get man advantage back in your favour. Lin seeming slightly inquisitive towards B, but they are just going to be falling back towards the A-bomb site. Definitely the right play to make due to how deep Stinix is.
Yeah, the issue is, though, they don't know how much information Stinix has here. Flamus in a very advantageous position, but Blue well. Aussie Anglin finds the kill.
Lin posted up here. Waiting the swing from Sandbags. The flash comes through. Oh, risky. We'll be able to get one, but Blue-White with the trade. Flombic finds Yumsan as well, and it's all on Stinix. He's done so much work in this round so far, but it's all about whether he can clutch this one out. This nade could do a lot of damage here. Not perfect.
Does have a Molotov. If this is used towards Sandbags, this round certainly could be one. Molly's going out now. Holding the angle, but there's a smoke. It's a second Molly, in fact, but it's slightly too deep.
Ooh, that is a lovely trade there from Blue-White. The Molotov so close to taking him down. Dropped him down to 12 HP there. Got to imagine if that nade on default did more damage, that round would have gone the way of RCL, but quite a back and forth rounds here. Obviously, the money for RCL certainly not perfect, so they might force here. Flamus really doesn't have enough to invest in the next. Seemingly, they are just going to be ecoing.
Yeah, this should allow Partizan to finally string these rounds together. All 5 players from RCL are towards this A-bomb site. Partizan are playing very passively, sort of everywhere.
Certainly not wanting to make any small mistakes. They know that can't really give the Deagles and these USPs any wiggle room, or they will certainly come alive. Obviously no armor on the RCL side, so even if they do find a kill, wielding the AKs aren't going to be perfect, but still.
These 2 A plays can actually fall. Setup is good now. Now the pistols are swinging.
Oh, and it's a perfectly conditioned round for them. Lin switches to the Glock as well. Will take down Yumsan. That was great. You know, we saw it was kind of like a bait and switch, you could say. One player spraying with the AK, the other waiting for him to kind of run out of bullets and kind of miss the shots, and then the secondary swing comes through. And only 1 kill found there from RCL, so not too damaging of a round for Partizan.
Yeah, I like the initial setup, where it was just risky, the only player peeking, sort of showing presence, and sort of giving the indication that it could be the remaining 4 towards B. They did get very pushed up. The issue is Risky was one of the only real pistols in the round, and he was the very first to go in, and the spacing between him and the rest of his team was slightly off. So he did give those Partizan players time to recover.
Charlie, look at the health of the Partizan players. That is all from nade damage. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's going to make this round far easier for these MP9s. For the M4s as well. Just all it takes is a simple headshot and shine with a nice double towards middle. It's going to make things tough here for Partizan.
Especially with Lin just being 20 HP. Blue, white, and Rickham gonna have a lot of work to do here.
Rickon finding Shine there. An important frag. Quite an unnecessary peek there. Seemingly didn't have to get aggressive. Obviously information gathered, but this isn't a confirmed round yet. Nice flash. Oh, but Stinix will be able to find one. Risky swinging out. Takes him down with the MP9. It's all on blue-white now. Has aggressed towards A. It is Yumsan defending.
Not too sure what the overall goal was of this round here. The fact that blue-white doesn't have the bomb. He was one of the full HP players, and he was towards A. It doesn't really make much sense why he went in after the aggression. You kind of understand that they wanted to maybe send him in as a lurk late to try to win the round, but it's going to be so brutal to break into any bomb site when there's two defenders there and one of your teammates are low HP.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, obviously, you know, they still had a disadvantage. I feel like Partizan, they took a risk. I feel like if they went into that bomb site 3 versus, I believe it was 3v2 on the bomb site, I feel like best case scenario, they could have gotten that, you know, they could have gone 2 for 1, I guess. And it still would have put them in a tough 2v1, 2v2, sorry. So I feel like in those type of rounds, I like the idea behind the risk. Obviously, if Partizan found on those opening picks towards B, and then we saw the flank come through, I feel like it definitely could have worked, but I feel like maybe not the perfect time to do it, especially when you do have someone so low HP.
Man advantage again here for RCL. And Miss is actually able to back away as well. RCL in most of these rounds actually have found a really good way just to find the opening kill. Even on a couple of the rounds Partizan have won, RCL have had the opening kill in it.
Yeah, they have been really good at getting these opening picks, but I don't think they've gone searching. It seems as though the Partizan side, they like to take this early aggression, but, you know, they are just going to be getting kind of outmatched in these situations. Oh, and this is a perfect observation of it. Risky getting a free kill there onto Lin. The one-way smoke working to perfection. And Stinix surely going to find this one as well. All on Heaven. Towards ramp. 1 versus 4. Luckily dodging the flash there. In fact, Risky in a nice position towards sandbags. How is he not spotted? You will eventually see him. They got very dicey.
Yeah, really evaded everybody's vision there, but eventually did fall. RCL finding 7. Tactical pause called here from Partizan, and I think it's the right call to make.
Certainly, I feel like obviously it was slightly back and forth earlier on, but RCL now they're back on the full buys. They are looking good, and obviously this is just going to be an eco for Partizan, so we should see RCL finding the half, getting 8 rounds so far, and with the remaining 4, I feel like it's going to be tough. I feel like Partizan definitely going to need to win at least maybe 3, I want to say. I feel like a 9-6 half. It's not too far gone, but I feel like 10-5 on the CT side of Vertigo. I feel like that might be a little too much, but you never know. I feel like Partizan, they've looked all right in the rounds that they have won, so they can show dominance on their CT side as well, but we're certainly going to need to see some resurgence from them in this second stage of this half.
Early B aggression has been taken from Partizan. It is just Stinix towards B, so he doesn't want to overcommit that much.
Hefty nade onto Flombik there. That is potentially what's giving RCL these fairly easy rounds. I feel like time and time again we see the utility damage, especially from the nades early on, doing so much and really just helping out their side when it comes to finding those picks.
Stinix looks like he wants to get aggressive towards ramp. He knows the Deagle. Oh, here any fools. Did have backup, but backup has fallen back.
Yeah, just retreated. They want to get some control towards A, but oh, certainly not today. As Risky Bob with a lovely double and shine will take down Lin. And as expected, RCL, they do find the half here, 8-3. They're looking brilliant so far. Look at the money in the bank, Charlie. It is looking strong, and if RCL can win the next one, this is where things become slightly troublesome for this Partizan side.
Definitely does get significantly closer here. Flamus could be peeking straight into blue-white, and he is. Man advantage, 2-man advantage found early on from Partizan in this round.
Yeah, we spoke about how in previous rounds it was Partizan to take that early aggression, and they were the ones to get caught out. But in this one, RCL, they've tried to take so much control here, and the default of Partizan certainly has bested this RCL aggression. Kills all across the board. That's a great trade from blue-white, and it just leaves Risky Bob in a 1 versus 4.
Bomb is going to be making his way towards B. Money is decent enough for RCL, but still, you can't imagine Risky just wants to give away the AK.
Risky is getting somewhat inquisitive here. Obviously, the money is fairly strong for them, and he finds the first. Steps have been made. They swing at the same time, and that's perfectly played there from Partizan. They have found their fourth, but they need to string these rounds together now. Is this the first AWP we've seen on the CT side, Charlie?
It definitely does feel like that. I'm pretty sure it is. It's been a real long time coming.
Obviously, RCL, they have been looking great on their full buys without the AWP, so you've got to imagine this is only ever going to be stronger. Oh, that is a nice find from Shine.
The spam looks like it could be perfect. Risky, just take the shot. Decent damage on the nade. Blue-white could be in some serious danger if he doesn't back off.
Didn't take your advice and did get taken down there by Flamus. We did see Shine find another. Heaven is so deep towards middle. Oh, that's a lovely double from both Heaven and Lin. Brings it to this 2 versus 3. This is now winnable.
Stinix is taking control towards B though, so this is a portion of the map that Partizan can have a tough time clearing, clearing it cleanly, I suppose.
Also, Charlie, we do have Flamus down here as well. Great find though. Oh, and they're going to be sending it towards B. Flamus has made his position known. Heaven is all that remains. Can't just drop them auto. The bomb can go down. Oh, I love this aggression. It's going to be going towards A hit. Oh, and he gets a knife kill. That is ridiculous. How is that even possible?
Ridiculous. What a round, I suppose.
That's insane.
Yeah, that really is. That's ridiculous. I don't know how to react to that.
He went for the no-scope and just got caught off. Could have brought out the pistol and pretty much would have had a guaranteed kill. And look what it's done to the RCL economy in a round that was destined to be theirs. They had the read. They had everything in their favour. And a nice kill to win out the 1 versus 2. That is a real rarity. Ooh, nice shot from Stinix though. Reckon gonna get the trade. Brings it to this 4 versus 4.
A lot of damage done to blue-white, but the issue is it's still going to be really tough for RCL to have that much impact. But there are 2 players coming from this T-spawn area.
I think they have been heard though. They haven't been quiet about it. And Flommic finds one. Still staring here. Shine in a wonderful position here. Finds the first and the second. Oh, that is a lovely double there. Just going to be backing away. Oh, they're going to be progressing towards A here. Ricken needs to fall to make this round possible for RCL. Now it's all on Shine. This is going to be so tough now.
He does have an AWP, so it is definitely a weapon he can wield without this armor. Still 4k required.
He's not being quiet about it at all. Shine's still with the deagle in hand. Staring here. Lin will find the frag though. The AWP can be saved, but that got very dicey there for Partizan. They have found 6. Obviously, that's what I mentioned. For like 6 rounds on the T side. You're not going to be too disappointed with it.
Yeah, I mean, especially how I feel like this game has gone. It's 3 rounds in a row now from Partizan. If they can find 4, that would be pretty ridiculous. The fact that this was an 8-3 half, it was looking very good from RCL. And it could have been double digits, Fred, for RCL if we didn't see that clutch from heaven.
Yeah, that knife clutch.
Yeah, how many clutches have a knife kill involved?
I can think of the Cadian one.
The Cadian one definitely. Okay, how many clutches have a knife kill involved with the knife being the last kill?
I think this is the only one ever to be seen.
Honestly, there's not going to be many.
Especially not at this tier. I feel like at this level, you don't really get the opportunities to do that. Oh, Shine, though, with a lovely triple. Switches to the USP. 2 versus 3 now. Flamus going to be elevating himself up towards Guardian. Finds the frag. The flash will come over. And Flombic has been spotted here. Oh, that is a lovely tap there from Shine. 4K from Shine in that round. And RCL, they do find 9. But yeah, as you mentioned, this could have been a very different half. We could have been seeing, you know, maybe a 12-3 kind of situation. And Partizan end up
it could have
winning this.
even just been, if you sort of get rid of that sort of knife clutch and the eco that followed it, it could have been an 11-4, which I think sounds, which probably wouldn't have been that surprising if we did see it, but just individual heroics really keeping Partizan in this one. Going to be switching over to the CT side. For their sake, it has to be the stronger one.
You've got to imagine, Charlie, if we see Partizan close out this match, that'll be devastating for RCL, especially because, you know, as we mentioned, this should be, you know, it should have been, you know, 10 plus rounds for RCL.
But losing a game like this can really affect the mentality in the way that they would lose it if they did. Obviously, they still are 3 rounds ahead. Still, if they win this pistol, they're definitely going to be in the driving seat again. But it is an interesting thought.
Do have a smoke and a Molotov here for RCL. I think it might be somewhat of a fake here for Yumsan. He's holding outside B. We've got no B defenders here. It's an A and mid stack. Maybe they are confident with their retakes towards B. Nice smoke there. Is that Guardian smoke? Oh, deep CT. Molotov. Ooh. Cut the rotation slightly, but no one aggressed deep middle, so it won't be a problem. Risky. Toffs with holding the back lines. Does find Reckon. Do we ever play at AFK? Yeah, we do.
Oh, still 4v4. Partizan have a chance, gifted by player being AFK.
Stinix, though, finds one. Taken down here. It's on Flamus and Yumsan. And they're surely going to clutch this one out. Flamus on the default site. They find it. That was a 4v5. And RCL, they close it out. That is devastating for Partizan.
Yeah, it was such a interesting sort of setup that they were playing. I feel like B is probably one of the easier positions to go on a pistol round. Because chances are you're not going to have a CT that aggressive. So you can probably shift out towards those B stairs reasonably undetected. But I feel like Partizan, obviously they're never going to know it was a 4v5. But the setup they played allowed the 4v5 to be possible.
Yeah, there was somewhat of a chance. That, you know, that giving up the bomb site really was the kind of worst thing they could have done. Because obviously the bomb was working on the side of RCL. And similarly, they were in deep positions. It was really not what we needed to see from Partizan, but I kind of like the kind of A and mid gamble. I think it can work out, but I feel like, you know, not even leaving one player to go towards B. That
I think it would work if obviously I feel like the only chance they really had to win that round, obviously unless they hit all their shots on the retake, was Lin finding one before they sort of overwhelmed the site. And sort of an easy solution to that would be if Lin had a Molotov. Just as soon as you hit that bomb plant, just throw the molly, even just preemptively throw it before, delay more time for your team to get there, and then you'll at least have a 5v5 retake, as well as obviously Lin could buy a flashbang along with that. And I feel like that setup, it would work then, but it definitely was a bit of a risk, and I feel like maybe too big a risk for the stage of this game.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, especially in a 4v5 round. But RCL, they have eventually found double digits.
Is he just gonna have the tech issue, waiting for Shine to get back in the server? Hopefully the issues won't be that hard to fix, and we can get this game underway as soon as possible. We've got another game after this as well, don't we, Fred? We got
Oh, we got 3 in a row. It's lovely little.
What is it? What is the game we've got after this one?
I want to say. I'm not gonna. I want to say.
Put
I'm
you
going
on
to
the spot
say.
there a bit.
It's Aceris versus Glitch Tech Esports, which should be a good one. I feel
Yeah,
like
that'd be a great one.
we had a little chat. I think some of the Glitch Tech admins and the owners, they last season they questioned every single game we casted for them. We were like the black mark upon the pirate ship every time we casted one of the games. It didn't go so successful, but hopefully for them today isn't another kind of situation like that. And then obviously the third and final game will be Royals versus RCL. Obviously Royals, this is going to be their first season here in the SCL, so should be nice to see how they do fare.
Yeah, obviously we do have some really great games today, actually.
The games tomorrow as well. We'll be seeing Into the Breach have their debut of the season, so that should be nice. Obviously, Into the Breach, certainly a team that I feel like everyone's kind of looking at to be, you know, one of the top dogs. That I feel like definitely a safe bet when it comes to getting themselves to the playoff stage. I feel like would be really tough to see them fall, but either way, that's kind of the standard of these games here in the SCL. You can't really expect anything, or nothing's really guaranteed. Hopefully,
Yeah, we do really have some great games, in fact. Got VP Prodigy playing their first game of the season tomorrow. Obviously, they're a team that I believe this is going to be their third season in the SCL, and every time they've played, they've had a pretty deep run. Obviously, finalists in the first season. I believe they got knocked out in the semis last season, so they're going to want to sort of do one better and see if they can get back into the finals. But definitely the sort of caliber of team is constantly increasing.
It is tough because me and you, we're gonna have to make a decision here. Do we go with the UK squad, or do we see VP Prodigy tomorrow?
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Draken.
Are you a Draken fan? I feel like everyone's a Draken fan.
I remember we casted Savage. Obviously, Draken, he was on that team. We casted that game, and I remember I was fanboying a bit, just getting to cast Draken. So, yeah, I feel like maybe our UK bias as well as my Draken bias might lead us to watch that game. Obviously, they got plenty of games tomorrow, though, so we got
3
plenty to pick out of.
I think we will be watching 2 of them as well. I think we'll be doing the Neon Rangers Into the Breach game as well. So we could start things off on VP Prodigy. Either way, though, absolutely amazing games. A lot of Challenger games tomorrow. So make sure you guys drop in a follow on obviously the main channel, second channel, obviously all the other casters as well. Make sure to show them some love because there's a lot of games to be seen tomorrow. We are in this one now. Stinix, a lovely double there. Takes down Rickon as well. And instantly, RCL, they are overwhelming this Partizan side. This round's been live for 30 seconds and there's 4 people dead with a bomb down.
Yeah, this was a force buy as well from Partizan. It's a real costly hit. 11 is near guaranteed and 12 should be soon to follow. Yumsan could find the final player. All 5 players surviving for RCL. Great performance there. Just pure domination. But Stinix, a real crucial player there. Timing was brilliant. Found the first player. Quickly switched to the second. Up against the Mag 7. And as soon as the instant headshot doesn't come through, you've got that sort of gap of time where you've got just 3 damage you can deal. And things go from bad to worse as Heaven gets knifed by Blue-White.
I feel like the Mag 7 kind of the shotgun equivalent of the AWP. I feel like it really packs a punch, but you miss that shot and you're a dead man.
It does give off that feel. Obviously, but when you get out of that like really close range position, you sort of need to hit the head a bit more. But a lot of bodies towards his A ramp. Flammus finds 2. AK can be picked up. Yumsam, I was gonna say wants to be farming a bit on the MP9. Switches to the pistol and just backs off. Bomb is gonna go down on B.
A lot of control taken here towards B. Stinix, very deep hit. We'll find one, and now the hunt begins. They do not want to give Rickon this AK for the next, especially because the money isn't perfect here for this Partizan side. A player like Blue White's certainly going to want to be having a drop in the next, but surely not going to get the opportunity. And the MP9 can upgrade to the AK there. But look at the money on some of these RCL players. Yamsan is nearly on 10k here, and we've only had 3 rounds of this T side for them.
He's been building that SMG. I don't even think he's done that many kills with it. Maybe 2 or 3. Definitely 2. Perhaps 3. But yeah, definitely impressive stuff that he's got that level of money and gets to upgrade to an AK.
He must have had a Mac 10 in the first, picked up the MP9. I don't know how he's got that much money. Did he not buy? Oh, wait, maybe. Oh, yeah, Yamsan was the player that disconnected. He didn't buy in that second round. That's how they've got so much money.
Shine.
Maybe it was Shine. I don't know.
Somehow, maybe it's a couple of knife kills he missed.
Maybe the team gone to the bank, made a transaction.
Got a loan. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but he's absolutely loaded.
Not going to be so loaded after the result of this one, though. Oh, that is a perfect spam from Lin. It's gone from a RCL domination here on this T side to Partizan coming through. So this is 2 versus 5 now. Obviously, Lin and Flombik not perfect for HP, but neither is Shine on the opposing side, so it is going to be tough. Stinix getting aggressive out B and won't find anything, so I feel like it's safe to say this one is all said and done. Partizan will find 7, unless if somehow Shine can win this one, but I feel like we all know.
Even just damage will be pretty crucial here. Going to be so challenging though, especially with the position of these CTs.
1 for 1 though.
I mean, 1 kill isn't too bad because Lin's going to need to be dropped, so one of his teammates are going to be on weaker money. Obviously, with Lin fully invested in utility as well, it's going to keep the economy reasonably humble. It's not going to be perfect. Obviously, you would have liked to find 2 or 3 kills, but when you're that low HP, you can't expect that much. But obviously, still, RCL only 4 rounds away from closing out this map.
Yeah, they are dangerously close, and a weapon that we do see out for Flamus is the SG. But, like, certainly doesn't get the appreciation it once did.
It just feels so slow, sort of fire rate now. It's tough to fully utilize. It feels like these closer ranges.
I feel like it's extra cost, potentially worse mobility, and obviously, you know, as you said, the fire rate really not perfect.
But you do get a scope.
You get a little scope, yeah. I feel like these players don't really need that scope, unless when wielding the AWP. I feel like
impressive they don't need it with the AWP.
Yeah.
Just constantly long range no scopes.
Well, if you're good enough.
I've boosted this player up, so Shine's reasonably deep already towards B.
Oh, the flash coming through here. Now the aggression. We do have Yumsan on the AWP. The Molotov might force these players out in the open, but oh, surely Shine going to get taken down. 2 versus 4 now, and that's gone wrong. It's all on Stinix, 1v4, and Partizan have looked nice here on the CT side so far.
Stinix only 24 points of health. And they're not even giving up anything.
They don't really have any need to. There's only 26 seconds remaining. Stinix is going to need to be the one to take the fight to his opponents. He can, in fact, save. Obviously, Shine and Yumsan will be able to bring out some weapons, but it's really not going to be perfect. And there we have it. Does get taken down there. But Partizan, they should find 9 off the back of this, and then they'll be at touching distance from their opponents.
Definitely closing the gap here. That is what they need. Oops, out on Lin. Heaven knows it's a weak bite. Opts for the MP9, wants to farm some cash.
And obviously we only have Shine with armor, so even if they find the frags, it's going to be tough. We are going to be seeing the smokes out towards A. They have smoked off elevator position, but look how fast the rotations are in here. So many players already towards A here for Partizan.
I'd be amazed if this bomb can, in fact, go down, and it actually can, so consider me amazed. Look at all the damage that's done. Ricken in the backlines now has a freebie.
Yeah, this round's surely going to go the way of Partizan, but the bomb going down, certainly good. Yeah, the bomb will get defused as well. Ooh, and risky, still on the bomb site. Oh, so close to finding the kill. Obviously, the AK couldn't be retrieved, but would try and restrict the money of his opponents. But either way, 4-buy out now for RCL. And I wonder whether we see the AWP on Yumsan. Just opting for the AK.
Yeah, it makes me think, are they going for some sort of more pack mentality round?
Ooh, Stinix certainly no longer a part of the pack as he gets taken down by Lin. Oh, blue-white as well, getting aggressive. Oh, and he's hungry. He's not stopping yet. Might get taken down here, though, but the spams through the smoke, certainly not perfect.
The fact that he's able to go one, significantly do damage and back out reasonably unscathed is pretty unbelievable.
Partizan, they've certainly looked good here on this CT side. As you mentioned, definitely the side they need to favour. 4 versus 3 now for them. Obviously, Heaven still on that MP9. Real lack of utility on Blue, White, Heaven and Ricken. But Lin does have full utility. Flamus will be aggressing towards Ram. That is a lovely nade there from Lin. Drops Famulus down to around half HP. Oh, how are they aware of that boost? Must have heard the slight jump.
And yeah, even though they're aware, they still come out of the engagement worse off. Look how low all these players are. Yumsam, the most HP player with 40, and Heaven could just clean things up with the MP9.
That is absolutely ridiculous. Look at Heaven's money as well. 8.8k. The CTs, they've won these rounds so dominantly here, and you can see it just based off the economy. And this is where things could look slightly dicey for RCL. This game did look perfect for them, but it was a couple misplayed rounds on their CT side that alleviated the pressure and gave Partizan somewhat of a way back in. And now Partizan on the CT side, they are looking absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, the fact that I mentioned RCL were 4 rounds away from closing out. Partizan were 10. They've closed that gap significantly. This one should be able to be their 11th.
Obviously, we're not expecting much from RCL in this round. Oh, that's a lovely find from Shine. Takes down Ricken. Man advantage still for Partizan, but I feel like the main aim of the game here for RCL is just damage. Heaven does find another, though.
I felt like with that EK retrieve, there was actually a chance. The fact that Shine, I mean, all the T's remaining do have armor, so that weapon can be utilized, but yeah, Shine needed to do a little bit more there if that round was going to be successful. But the remaining RCL players are heading towards A.
They might get found as well. I like this passive playstyle from Lin, playing a real pixel angle there. You need absolutely ridiculous reaction time to hit that type of shot.
I really wouldn't put it past any of these players. Haven't given up the bomb side though, so this bomb can get dropped. Can get planted.
I feel like that's not their main goal. Obviously, the money for Partizan's looking good. They just want to guarantee the round. And I feel like if they have players on the bomb site, a couple nice shots from RCL, and this could get dicey. It could go to a 2 versus 2, and that's certainly not what Partizan want. They just want to secure the round, get themselves back in this one. And obviously, a full buy coming out from RCL, so they don't really need to force anything. And there we have it, a perfectly played round, perfectly played retake. No casualties there for Partizan on that retake, so they'll be happy with that. And they're 1 round away from their opponents now.
Yeah, this is where we might be seeing the AWP. The AWP's always, for some teams, a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card, and Yumsam does pick it up. Because it can just completely change the playstyle that you are playing with these 5 rifles. I feel like RCL need to go back to their winning ways of being able to find these opening kills.
RCL were great at finding the opening picks on that CT side when taking aggression, but now on the T side when facing off against the passive playstyle of Partizan, they really are struggling. But Flamus on the SG will find one, and as I mentioned, Don't really need the scope here.
Yeah, that nade did look good there. It looked like it could have taken down Lin, but doesn't do that much damage to them.
This is a strong looking round here for RCL. They want to close this one out, and ooh, Cynic's just going to be backing away. We might see the boost coming through here. Lin getting inquisitive towards Gap. Oh, the missed shot there. Lin has got a second chance, though. Finds the frag, can just back away now. Oh, gets the second as well. Flammus will fall, and Shine needs to be pinpoint accurate to take him down, but is successful. 2 versus 3. Now Smoke's on the bomb side. The bomb can go down.
It looks like he wants to push through. Flash is coming out.
Oh, that
and it goes completely against RCL. Partizan, sorry. Look, both the players were fully blind, and they still found the kills.
All four players in that altercation were blinded. I love the fake bomb plant there. The tap of the bomb, forcing those players through the smoke. And it was perfectly played there from RCL, even with that man disadvantage. And I feel like they couldn't just get the bomb down. They had to take somewhat of a risk. And it played out to perfection. But the flashbang really costing that round for Partizan. And I think as well, seeing as RCL are so close to the finish line, you know, they're only 3 rounds away from closing it out now. That's where you can't really take those risks. Obviously, yes, you've got man advantage, but pushing through that smoke, it really is costly. And I feel like Partizan, they've been playing the retakes really well in these advantage situations. No real need for them to kind of get aggressive and push through that smoke, but that is a nice find, though, from Lin.
Yeah, still, clearly that previous round hasn't sort of knocked any sort of confidence. Still very aggressive and completely winning their gunfights.
Oh, Rickon, certainly aware, will take down Shine. And instantly, Partizan go back to their winning ways here on this CT side. Reaggression. Oh, Flombic playing a nice angle here. Rickon will find Yumsan, and it's all on Stinix now. 1 versus 5, and can't find anything. Partizan, once again, 1 round away from their opponents. And look at the money of RCL. 3 players can invest, but 2 are going to be on a weak buy. And, oh, we might just be seeing some hero AKs in play.
I mean, it's a bit more of, it can be a bit more of a half buy. They are still on full loss bonus, so I mean, Yunsam has invested quite a lot, but the rest of his team, yeah, they can easily get a buyout next round. I mean, Yunsam can still get an AK. These nades, though, are brutal.
That is absolutely ridiculous. They've eliminated a player, brought 2 very low. And instantly, in a round that realistically could have gone RCL's way, it is looking so favoured here for Partizan.
And that's with 2 pieces of utility, Fred. $600 just did that there.
Yeah, I feel like we really kind of undervalue the importance of nades sometimes, but Partizan certainly utilising them well in this one. That is a nice find from Flammus, though. Brings it back to a 4 versus 4, but as we mentioned, the utility damage alone putting Partizan in a great position. Nice trade there onto Shine. 3 versus 3 now. Yumsan going to drop the Molotov out. He's been tagged down to 34 HP. Oh, and that's a very clean shot there. Man advantage now for RCL.
Oh, this is going to be... Oh, the molly's actually not great. Yumsan could have actually fell to that. Very close towards the generator position. Heaven could get a free kill, but swings very late, so it takes a lot of damage for it.
Heaven being 22 HP. Obviously, we got a low HP player on RCL as well, but Lin with the AWP. Going to be somewhat troublesome, and I doubt they're going to be aware of this boost. Surely they're not going to be ready for this type of play. This is going to be perfect. Finds one. It is getting stuck in the smoke. This is absolutely awful. Somehow this round's going to go the way of Partizan. They have leveled things up.
Yeah, really didn't want to sort of just take that push there just in case they got caught out. Obviously, Risky was so low. So it felt like they didn't want to put their teammate who was near 1 HP in that sort of 1v1. But in doing so, it really cost them the round. We're all level now, Fred. That's, once again, only 1 round in a row for RCL.
That is not great at all, especially as the round seems so perfect for them. But I think...
Especially what the work they had to do to get back into the round.
Yeah, I think as well, you know, that initial damage really costly, and they did bring it back But I think the real problem is the bomb plant wasn't for them whatsoever. I like the idea of that boost to play in a post plant, but just wasn't the right time.
Yeah, it really wasn't. If it was planted default there, I think, yeah, job done. You probably won yourself the round, but really unfortunate, and things aren't looking much better in this one. Shine falls early, Risky and Stinix both drop down to around half HP.
Flammus will find one. Trade comes through, so man advantage still here for Partizan.
Look at this mid aggression. They fully cleared mid, and now they're going to be on the flank.
RCL surely not going to be aware of this.
It's all going to be about timing. One's heading towards B, the other's heading towards A. Flombic in the back lines now.
Nice flashbang there. Blue-white getting blind, but that's a great find. Risky will go down. And look how fast this flank is. As we mentioned, there's no way they're going to be ready for this. And Partizan surely going to take the lead in this one. It's all on to Stinix, and Heaven in the back lines has spotted him, takes him down. And we see the lead go the way of Partizan now. Everything is going wrong for this RCL side. Something to mention
Somehow they still have money to buy, though. So that's the only real saving grace.
Something to mention, though, Charlie. I don't know if you saw that. If you were, I think it was around 1 minute and 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute and 20 seconds. If you watch back in round 27, that is such a technical smoke there to land on the sandbags. I didn't really have time in the round to talk about it, but any of you guys want to know that sandbag smoke on that CT side, I would rewatch that round because that was absolutely amazing. Threw it from inside elevator and it bounced off like 4 different walls. It was perfectly lined up as well. I'm definitely going to be learning
You've seen some pretty unbelievable utility uses this game.
But I don't know how they come up with it. Do they just, you know, walk around the server and just go for stuff?
I mean, it is tough to know whether. I mean, there's always some people that you see, even with these like Reddit threads that you see like 13 upvotes on, and they've got these really cheeky pieces of utility. Eventually, give it 6 months, we'll see that being used in the pro scene.
I feel like it's
from Stinix. Oh, they're so low, but no kills found.
This could be tough here. Blue-white still towards sandbags. Does find one, but the trade comes through. 4 versus 2 now. RCL, they can bring this 14 apiece now.
Issue is Heaven's a little late, so this molly is going to be... Oh, it's actually on Flombic, so we could have used that. But issue is he was a bit late, like I mentioned, so it would have been wasted.
So will land towards headshot. Risky just falling back there. Gets taken down by Heaven. Drops a smoke on the bomb here. Just a tap. Oh! That is ridiculous. Flammers are waiting to take down the bomb diffuser, but they line up perfectly.
Gonna be a real nail-biting finish to this one. 14-14.
This is definitely looking as though it will go the distance.
Freaking very deep. The smoke to play around, doesn't even need it. Just spams through. Teammates done their damage. He finishes it off.
Instant disadvantage round here for RCL.
If Partizan win this round, Fred, it's the same story once again for RCL, just not being able to string these rounds together, not finding that consistency on the T side, but Blue-White gives his life away for free. Doesn't realize Flammus is that advanced towards ramp.
Here we are. I'm going to be seeing once again another A finish here for RCL. Cleared out all of these angles now. The bomb side.
There's Util lined up. Nade is going down. They thought it was a default plant though.
RCL do have somewhat of a chance here.
Util from Partizan has to be perfect. Risky should be able to find a free one here. Jiggles aren't good enough. Heaven falls.
That is nice. We do see the deep smoke being thrown there towards ramp. Bomb's planted open. Oh, and that's a lovely double from Flammus. It's all on Flombeck. No kit either. And RCL, they take the lead here in the 29th
Look at the money
round.
of Partizan. After all this hard work that they've done, it could just absolutely crumble here.
Obviously, one weapon can be dropped, but surely not going to be enough.
They've won 8 out of 11 rounds. And RCL could rip it away in the final hurdle.
Yeah, I believe what RCL, they won the pistol here. Just goes to show the real benefiting factor of taking that pistol round. Only 3 rounds so far been found here for RCL. You know, on these full buys, so it just goes to show how strong it's been. But obviously, as you mentioned, the fact that RCL strung these rounds together, look at the economy, look at the money. This is going to be so troublesome for Partizan. And it's really unfortunate because they have battled valiantly to get themselves back in this one. And for them to fall would be really, really tough. But we could be seeing an overtime on the cards here, Charlie.
It is a possibility. But these CTs have to perform to a level that I don't know if we've seen yet. No defuse kit to point out for Partizan, so if this bomb goes down, the retake has to be quick and concise.
Oh, Yumsan finding one as well. And obviously you mentioned the lack of a bomb plant, lack of a defuse kit. I feel like we've seen the bomb plant come through from RCL when these rounds have gone close, because time and time again, we do see them playing retake, but it doesn't even matter. It's all on Heaven. He's completely alone towards middle. Oh, Partizan, it's such an unfortunate turn of events because they did battle brilliantly in this one to keep themselves alive, and even then, the timing's not perfect. Shine finds the frag. Oh, everything about that final round, really, really unfortunate for Partizan. That is absolutely devastating, but I guess that is sometimes how the cookie crumbles. Obviously, as we mentioned before, we are going to be going into our second match very shortly. We are just going to go to a quick break beforehand, but don't go anywhere. Should be back in about 5-10 minutes for that second match. Hello there, guys. How are we all doing today? We are going to be going into the second game of the day. Obviously, Osiris versus GlitchTech Esports. It should be a nice one to see here on Overpass. But what are your initial thoughts going into this one, Charlie?
I mean, both of these teams are 1-1, and just judging by the amount of teams that are in the SCL this season, or at least in the Challenger division, we sort of are anticipating that you're going to need a 5-1 lead to sort of be able to secure yourself playoffs. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy, but one of these two teams are going to need to get a pretty big win on the board.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, especially at the start of the season, you're certainly going to want to put yourself in a nice position because, you know, let's say you go three games down early on, 3 maps down. It puts you in a situation where you are going to struggle. You know, you're going to have to win the remaining parts of your kind of season to keep yourselves in the playoffs. But we are going into it now. Ooh, that is a lovely find from Foul Sheet. Takes down Lodzutki. That is a nice trade, though, towards the A-bomb site. As Nake will find one. Very aggressive here. Certainly not working out in their favor. 2 versus 3 now as Nake finds one. But Osiris, they do take the pistol round.
Yeah, good looking pistol from them. It looked like he could have definitely gone the other way at some points when they were rushing the player towards top con, but recovered it well. Doesn't look like we're going to see a force buy from GlitchTech here.
We see a shotgun on Wukong. Bringing out the XM, potentially going to get themselves towards short. Just the pistols here. 3 Deagles. Lodzutki, Phoenix, and Nake opting for these weapons. Obviously, we'll leave them in a pretty tough spot in the next, either at the cost of utility or going to be going for those weaker weapons. And straight away, Lodzutki getting taken down by Moopy there.
Yeah, these Deagles are going to have to hit some ridiculous shots if GlitchTech are going to have any chance to win this one. They do at least find 1 kill. Shouldn't be able to find anything else. Nice 3k there from Ray. 2-0 start in GlitchTech. Obviously, Eco and they are going to get their buyout now. Issue is, a couple of the players invested where they didn't really have the finances. You can see a couple of AKs and armor, but with no util at all. So util's very lacking on the side of GlitchTech.
Definitely going to be a real problem for them. They only have 7 pieces amongst all 5 players. Certainly not enough for an important round like this one. Lovely find from Nate, though. 1 HP, certainly not going to be too perfect in the health department, but still alive and kicking for now. Definitely could be sent in as that entry role.
I mean, we've seen some pretty ridiculous plays from players 1 HP anyway. If they're really clean with the AKs, just hitting the headshots first. I'm really excited about seeing this shotgun, if I'm being honest. The XM. Not really, again, you see that much on Overpass, but I'm ready to see what it can do.
It's close here. It's perfect for Monster. Oh, and that's a lovely double from Wukong there.
Oh, look at all the damage dealt. The nade probably isn't going to find anything. But it's left GlitchTech in an awkward situation with Distu and Phoenix being not exactly perfect in the health department. Franco going to have a lot of work to do. The flash just allowing Wukong to cross.
It also still gathers the information that there's still these players outside Monster. And GlitchTech looked great for them. They had the man advantage, although Nake being very low HP, it seemed somewhat perfect. But Distu now taking this control towards long. Might be able to spot Ray here, but it is all about timing for Distu. Certainly he has been heard. Surely going to get taken down here, and as expected, Ray finds the frag. Phoenix caught out in the open, and oh, that is a lovely double for Foul Sheet. And Osiris, they go 3 rounds up here.
Yeah, you understand the sort of thought process behind GlitchTech's play there, hoping that Distu can either sort of sell a bit of a fake towards A or get in the backlines. The issue is, as soon as he went down early, they instantly jiggled towards Monster, got the information the players were still there, and then the whole point of that round sort of fell out the window.
Yeah, it was interesting how much damage Wukong was able to do there. Obviously, one of the kills being on Nake, the other on Distu, I believe. So, one perfect HP there.
Timing looked perfect there from Ozik, but Franco with the Mac still finds the kill and gets a nice upgrade.
Nice trade there from Franco.
Franco 3 kills in this round, on for the ace. Man advantage as well for Glitch Tech. He's the only player who has any sort of armor, so this round definitely can still go the way of the CTs.
Yeah, and obviously the 2 Molotovs in play and the smoke on Falchi can be used to just keep them alive, but Falchi doesn't need any help. There was an assist from one of the Glitch Tech players onto Fenix, potentially some team damage dealt by utility, maybe an early knife as well in T-spawn, but as mentioned, the CTs do take it. Aceres, they go 4 rounds up here, and they are looking great here on the CT side.
I mean, it's a side that you are going to favour on overpass. Sort of looking at a 9-6 half in favour of the CTs a lot of the time is sort of what you would consider standard. Both teams do have the AWPs out, though, so this is where the game really can change.
Yeah, I feel like it could be the kind of benefiting factor here for Glitch Tech. Obviously, we do have 3 players on the Glitch Tech side who haven't even found a kill yet, so certainly not a great start for Distu, Lodzuki, and Fenix.
You still towards mid, but a lot of early aggression from Glitch Tech.
Interesting molly there from Ray.
Bit of a heavier stack towards B here from the CTs.
All the util seems to be going wrong here for Aceres. It seems though the gunfights are going their way, especially in the last couple rounds. But I feel like this is the first real fall buy we've seen from Glitch Tech. Similar story for Aceres, as we've seen a couple rounds with MP9s in place and FAMASs as well. No limitations on either side, really.
As long as it's being tested at all, so it allows Ozik to push up further and further. He is going to be challenging the AWP, and timing is brilliant. Fenix falls.
And Ozik can just back away here. Not going to be tested. Obviously, Distu, though, slowly progressing through long toilets. This is where things could become rather troublesome. Distu's in a great position to find this frag. Ooh. Ozik might have somewhat of a timing here, yeah, as we saw. Distu checked, and obviously the only place wasn't uncovered was that rock. But this is looking great here for Aceres. Surely they're going to find their 5th round. Franco being 9 HP. They've got this 4 versus 2 situation. Things are really not going perfect for Glitch Tech in this one.
Yeah, difficult thing is as well, Glitch Tech, they finally got the AWP out, but Fenix was the first to drop on their side. Have to get this bomb down as soon as possible. Ray can deny it all. Looked like his movement almost cost him, but finds the kill. And 5-0 start now. Looking very strong. No bomb plant denies Glitch Tech being able to get a proper buyout. 2 players can obviously invest, but I mean, realistically, they can buy with Galils, but I don't think it's worth it. So just go for this partial buy.
Obviously, we got the Tech 9 on Distu, the AK on Franco, and the remaining players all optimizing the Deagle. We need to see a change here for Glitch Tech. You're going to be seeing this aggression towards A. 3 players up long. Nake and Lodzuki going to be progressing up Banana and Toilets. Smoke will allow these players to get very deep towards long. Oh, but this boost over it could be perfect. Oh, that's a lovely find from Moopy.
He just gets the information. Oh, we are seeing this player across to the left side. Looks like Fenix is aware and does find the kill, even with being blind. Bomb gets dropped towards long. Moopy doing so much work here.
Does in fact spot the head. Moopy found 4 so far, on for the ace. This nade could do it all.
He's got the P250 as well. He really wants to find it. Really, teammates look like they're trying to give it to him as well.
Now they'll just go for the round as Moopy does fall. Obviously, Zuki really not perfect for health, and that's an easy find for Foul Sheet. And Aserius, they go 6 rounds up here on the CT side. They are looking exquisite here on Overpass.
I mean, showing no signs of slowing down at all. Having the perfect counter to every sort of glitch tech play. Franco might not expect this. He's got the information. And does find the kill on Oze. Gets things down in the process. And the spam is brilliant from Rubicon. That's just awareness there.
And with Franco being low HP as well, it isn't going to be an easy one for Glitch Tech in this round either. And Moopy towards long. Going to get tested here. Spotted one. Oh, and he's been given a kill. Obviously still aware of the secondary player as well. Charlie,
is going to be heard. This is such a risk, Fred.
Charlie, we've had 6 rounds of play here into the 7th, and Fauci still hasn't been taken down yet. 9-0 currently. Oh! Ray peeking in the Molotov. Really rough there. Distu and Franco very low HP here.
Free kill there from Distu. Franco obviously still low. Phoenix, the only player with any significant HP. The nade is going to dunk down onto Phoenix, but like we mentioned, he was the full HP player. Chipped down to 29, so both these players very low.
Molotov as well. Might keep him back. Wukong going to send the flash over as well to try and peek from Connector. Aware of the player towards short. Phoenix just going to drop the smoke. Keeps himself alive for that extra second longer. It's all about timing here for Moopy. Switches to the P250. Spots the head of one. Finds the frag. And now it's Phoenix to win this one out. We do have the kit on Moopy. Phoenix has got a real chance in this one. Finds the frag. And that's the first round here for Glitch Tech. And about time too. Seemingly Aserius. We're looking to run away with this one.
Yeah, all came from that kill that they found in Con. Able to chip him down low and then just hunt him. Open up the B-bomb site for them. Obviously with Phoenix on the AWP, doesn't really matter the HP, as long as he hits his shots, and it's exactly what he did.
It's going to be this aggressive B hit here. The flashes are good, and oh, pushing through the molly. Everything could go wrong here. We saw brilliance from Glitch Tech in the last, and instantly things have gone wrong. 5 versus 2 now. Aserius so aware of that aggression.
1 versus 5 now from Phoenix. Guardian did it in the same position, but don't know if Phoenix will have as easy a time.
Especially look at this hunt. The flash comes over. Phoenix finds 1, but surely not going to find anything else. And Aserius finds 7. No rounds being able to be strung together here for the side of Glitch Tech, and things are looking really rough for them here.
Yeah, and interestingly, Aserius, that was the last sort of buy that they would have had before being broken. So despite winning 6 in a row, that one Glitch Tech round really put a spanner in the works. But winning that round allowed them to continue to get these buys out. We'll be really giving these Eagles a chance.
Gets taken down as well.
Far too aggressive there. Now things are spiraling out of control. All-power rifles to be picked up. The Eagles are really hitting their shots here.
A man advantage for Glitch Tech. Things really aren't going too great for Aserius in this one, and potentially this is where the overconfidence turns to unnecessary complacency, and Nake able to find 1 more. And that's a great round from Glitch Tech.
You have to look at that and feel like Moopy didn't go down there. Completely different round. Just holding those longer range sight lines with an orb. But the fact that he constantly was re-peeking towards mid, constantly missing the shot and just allowing these Deagles to get closer and closer, denying any chance of a fallback. And as soon as he turned his back, the Deagles swing. I hate this angle from Ray, but I don't know how much competition he's going to have there.
And look what it's done to the money of Viserys. We've got 2 Phalanxes and Mag 7. No warp for Moopy. Seemingly a really unnecessary round for them to lose, and potentially they've given Glitchtech an avenue back into this one.
Yeah, I mean, the CT side is on sort of any favorite map is something where you just can't make mistakes. It doesn't matter how far up you are. Great find there. Wukong does fall, but you can be 7-0 up, you can be 8-0 up, you can even be 9-0 up, and just if you get too complacent because of your big lead, all it takes is a couple of rounds, you're on an eco, and then these unfavored sides can just get the rounds that are required.
I feel like it happens quite a lot of the time, but nice find from Ray. We'll get another. Switches to the AK. Can't find Fenix on the AWP, but has done a great job so far.
He gets one back. Yes, 2 versus 2 now. No defuse kit for Viserys. Both these players are pushing towards short.
Oh, and they're not being quiet about their intentions. Moopy able to find one. Fenix tasked with finding this frag here, and oh, that is great from Moopy. Can save the AWP as well, and Viserys, they do take the half here, 8-2. Even on the weaker weapons, they do find success. And I feel like the round that Glitchtech won potentially humbled Viserys. We saw them playing that one very passively, seemingly just waiting. I feel like that double from Ray, really important. Was that a triple from Ray, in fact?
I mean, Moopy got 2. Oh, Moopy got 3, didn't he? Yeah, Moopy got 3.
Well, then, yeah, it would have been a double from Ray. But a really nice kind of comeback there from Viserys, especially after losing to the Deagles. They will definitely be happy with that one.
Yeah, half has been confirmed. Then Glitchtech really struggling to be able to string these rounds together. Interesting what they're going to choose to do here. Obviously, we do have a pause that is called, but it is actually a technical issue. But what do you think they should do here, Fred? So Franco and Fenix both have around 7k. You'd think they'd be able to buy themselves an AK and drop one over.
See, I'm thinking the play they make is they've got 2.9 loss bonus. Fenix obviously wants to be around that 4k mark to get out the AWP in the next. I feel like you don't go for the full buy in this one. I feel like maybe we see some Mac 10s dropped. Potentially we could see a Hero AK on Franco. Something like that. And it means that potentially we could be seeing a fast B pop, but instead of going out Monster, it seems as though every time Glitchtech even lean towards Monster, they get dominated. I think we see the flashes go out towards Monster over, and then we send a kind of aggressive play towards short. And I feel like that could be something that will help out Glitchtech. I think a full buy in this one, potentially not going to be the right call. And as expected, it is just going to be this half investment. But the weaponry for 3 of these Glitchtech players certainly isn't going to be great. So
we could have actually seen Fenix go for a Hero Warp and Franco get the AK out, and one of the other teammates who are going to be on a weaker weapon anyway, sort of gone on an even weaker weapon just so they can drop the AWP over. And then we could have seen an AWP, an AK, and maybe a couple of Deagles in plays. Obviously, everyone wants to be on sort of similar money, but it's interesting what we are seeing. These 2 AKs, 2 Deagles, and the Tech 9. Will be interesting to see what they do choose to do. But yeah, I think they'll shy away from Monster just solely for the reason they got shut down so utterly in the previous. Ozek falls by a great Deagle shot through the smoke. Bursting out mid here. Man advantage. I mean, Glitchtech, somehow they've always been able to do damage on these weaker buys, these weaker weapons. Viserys haven't been able to recover it, so losing one man early. They always sort of seem to lose it towards this mid aggression, so Viserys have to try to find a way to recover it back. I like what they're doing here. Sending Ray deep along, having Moopy hold the angle to try to bait his teammate in.
And luckily for Aceris, we are seeing Glitchtech lean towards long. If we saw any banana aggression, it might be a little tough. But Ray, surely going to be a tough one. Gets taken down by Franco. The spam is nice as well. Moopy has been chipped down to 48.
Just backing off now, Glitchtech. They've retrieved another one of these weapons.
They are going to be going back towards the B-bomb site as well, and certainly the right call to make, as we do see Aceris gambling towards A. Obviously, we do have Wukong rotating down towards B now. They've got a 5 versus 1 on the bomb site.
Wukong hasn't found anything on this initial entry into the bomb site. No util left for the CT side at all.
I think Aceris surely just saving this one. Oh, Nake will find Wukong. A great find from Odzukit. It's just Falshi that remains. 1 versus 4. Does find the first. Just going to try and keep the orb in the next. Oh, the awareness of Nake's positioning. A great find. The Glitchtech, they do find their 3rd round here. And as we get to the kind of the closing stages of this initial half, we are seeing a very back and forth game between these two teams now.
Yeah, these last few rounds really have had that sort of element of it too. But the issue is for Asteris is they keep on losing to these weaker buys. And it's because they're just playing far too aggressive against it early, and then sort of just losing these kills, and it feels like the re-aggression they're doing just isn't good enough. I like the long setup. As soon as they threw that long smoke, Ray was in such a difficult position. Had no support. I felt like we needed a flashbang from Moopy. Tries to send Ray in. Hopefully he can find 2 to keep it level.
And I think as well, look what it's done to the buy in this one. Moopy able to get the AWP out because of the saved AWP in the last. But we've got 4 Eagles in play. Really isn't looking good here. And that's a lovely double from Distu. And this is where Glitchtech, as you mentioned, you know, the CT side of any map, you can be very dominant, but you give away a couple rounds, you allow the T's to come back into it, and that's where things become quite troublesome. If Glitchtech win this round, and they seemingly look as though they can, they're going to be finding 5 rounds off the back of it. It's going to have to be an eco from Aceris, but, oh, Wukong and Roy both finding a killer piece. Falshu finds one as well, and the bomb, they haven't spotted it. It is behind them in Flowers. In Fountain, I don't think they've seen the bomb yet.
Maybe the radar's picked it up. I'm not sure. They are hanging around this position still, so they might have a slight indication the bomb's going to be around this area.
It's going to be tough. Nake coming from toilets here. Oh, they finally spotted it. Nake finds Falshi. And Lodzutki takes down Ray, but as I mentioned, that was a full investment from Aceris. They're just going to be ecoing in this one, and Glitchtech can find 5 off the back of this. And it just goes to show you really cannot give any side, you can't give them a chance back into this. Aceris, they could have, potentially found 10 rounds, maybe even 11 by now. They were looking so dominant, but potentially given an avenue for Glitchtech to come back into this game now.
That's what I was talking about earlier about the CT side. You can never get complacent despite how strong your lead is. Phoenix does fall, is a player in party. In fact, a lot of players towards this AWP, so they can just sort of retrieve this.
Ooh, nice find from Ozik though. Ray does fall to the Molotov.
Actually, taking a lot of damage. Interesting camera angle.
I like it. Something fresh.
Wukong might not be expected here.
Not expected, but is still checked. Ooh, nice tap there from Lodzuki. Surely just going to be saving these weapons into the next. No need to take any more aggression.
Players are still towards Com. As the T's are slowly encroaching on this position.
They got all bases covered. Player towards party, 1 out short. The only exit route here for Aceris is towards T-spawn. Lodzuki surely going to take these players down. That's a lovely double. 3 in the round, I believe. And Glitchtech, they find their 5th round. And realistically, a 10-5 half on Overpass, not too bad. as a T, you're not going to be that disappointed with it. And seeing as we saw a 6-0 start, it was 8-2 at one point as well. We kind of expected a little bit more from Aceris in this one.
I mean, the fact that Glitchtech can still find 7, it really shows how this game's gone. This dude does get tagged down by his teammate.
Certainly not perfect, but, you know, I feel like we see that quite a lot.
Yeah, it's surprising the amount of times we've seen it, especially recently. Back-to-back games.
I think we had it twice in the last game as well. Ray in a great position here. We'll find one. An important kill there onto Franco. But they just give... Oh, I was going to say they give up man advantage, but somehow Moopy finds that frag.
Yeah, definitely looked like he should have fell. I mean, it feels like Moopy was playing really well with the AWP. He's taking some very risky plays. Luckily, he does come out on top in that one.
We did only 12 HP here. The lone defender towards A for now. Multiple land towards Bank. It is all about timing here. The gap in the smoke might give Moopy somewhat of a chance to go for this. They're going to be flashing themselves through. Oh, and Nake able to find one before the second flashbang lands. But 3 versus 2 now. Look how late the rotation from Lodzuki is. But Fenix able to find one. A really important frag.
Miss shot from Moopy. Basher should have been heard here. It's all on that 12 HP Moopy. Somehow this is another round that Aceris should have won. This was the 3v5 Fred.
Absolutely ridiculous. Once again, Glitchtech, they found a round out of nowhere. A round that certainly shouldn't have been theirs for the taking. And look, but worst case scenario now for Glitchtech is a 9-6 half. Something that we kind of expect on the CT side of Overpass. But this is quite devastating for Aceris. Potentially the mentality and the heads of the Aceris side have gone because they were looking so great early on and all it took was a couple Deagle rounds going the way of Glitchtech. And now look at the scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, a 9-6, if it does end there, it's, like you said, a standard CT side, but you're going to be disappointed if you're Aceris considering you had 9 early on, but Fenix finds Moopy once again playing very aggressively and once again being the first player to fall.
And as you said, Charlie, we could be still seeing an 8-7. Certainly on the cards in this one. Look at the weaponry they've got to work with. Utility as well. They've got a Molotov and a Flash. We've got the XM and a FAMAS in play. Ozik certainly going to be the player to watch in this one with the AWP. Ozik, though, currently 4-10.
We're going to have to see some sort of... I think we're going to have to see some sort of gamble here from Aceris. Just take some risk. They luckily do have a defuse kit on Wukong, but... Still, only one diffuse kit if he does get found. Ozik finds Nake towards Party.
Yeah, really important kill there. The flashes will come out. We do have foul sheet towards Pillar with the XM. Nice position here. It's all about timing. Finds one. Spots the second, but will get taken down by Fenix. And Franco finds Wukong as well. Ozik has made his position known. The secondary player. Oh, that is... Oh, we're going to see another kill from Fenix? Oh, Lodzuki steals it away, but that is an amazing shot there from Fenix to take down Ray. And Glitchtech, they find 7. That is absolutely ridiculous. Somehow Aceris only winning the half by 1 round in a game that was destined to be theirs. 5 rounds in a row there from Glitchtech towards the end of that half.
I mean, the fact that we saw Aceris win 2 out of the last, 9 rounds. It just shows that they completely fell off. I don't know exactly what it is, but it felt like they wanted to force these fights too much. They wanted to find the opening kill and just forced it way too hard. And just in doing so, it gave Glitchtech a lot of these opening kills. It gave Glitchtech the chance in these Deagle rounds that really flipped the script of this game.
Yeah, really important start there for Glitchtech. I think they will be very, very happy with their current form, and if they can keep it onto the CT side, then that will be great for them.
Pistol round is going to be very important, though. You got to think if Glitchtech can win this pistol, the heads are going to fully drop. They'll take the lead in this, Fred. And then Aceris, after all their hard work early on, will be all for nothing.
We are going to be seeing, obviously, Glitchtech on this CT side. Now Nake Searching for a pick here in toilets. Oh, able to find one, but Ray with the trade. Certainly not going to be unhappy with that, especially as Nate did get overwhelmed there. We do have the kit and the smoke on Distu. It's going to be a tough one here. Obviously, there's a level playing field, but both teams playing very passively.
It's still a smoke on Distu. Heading towards B. Moopy. It's just heading towards Monster right now. This, if Franco finds this kill, this could force Ceres to go towards B, but it looks like they're going there anyway.
With a very passive pistol round here, I feel like we rarely see such a slow, methodical round, especially on the pistol. Seems as though they played somewhat of a default. We are going to be seeing this con explosion into short here. Oh, that is a questionable kill, and there we have it. They do just burst out of connector. Distu, that is a lovely shot though onto Moopy. Brings it back level. Distu searching for another, but Fenix takes down Wukong. Oh, and Franco rotating in and gets a lovely double there. And Glitch Tech, they've leveled things up now. Things are looking rough for this Aceres side.
Even with the missed shots there from Wazuki. Great recovery from the rest of the Glitch Tech players. Forced by coming in from Aceres. They failed to convert this. Double digits will be found by Glitch Tech.
This is a rough one. Obviously, we've got two MAC-10s, a Tech-9, a Deagle, and a Scout. And oh, Franco will be able to find one, but does get taken down. So weapons can be upgraded here.
That was the lone M4 though, Fred.
Yeah, it is going to be
gifted.
Fairly
Tease
tough.
now.
We're still going towards toilets here. Seemingly wanting to do this A pop. And obviously, we've got kind of three defenders towards A, as we do have Nake and Connector as well. Similarly, Modzuki's here. Ozik will find one. Surely they're going to overlook Nate. Really whiffing there. All players messing their shots. How is he able to get them? That is absolutely ridiculous. Everyone running out of ammo.
Yeah, that is an interesting finish to the round there. I mean, it's not an easy position to kill. But as soon as Nate runs out of ammo, the fact he's able to switch to his sidearm and find 2 kills still.
You see, did one of the players lag out? He just seemed like he just stood at top con and was just staring at him.
I think they were all just whiffing.
Oh, just okay.
I mean, we should know better than anyone. We do it regularly.
Oh, see, I'm jumping around. I create somewhat of a show when I'm whiffing my bullets, because then I can just blame poor movement.
Okay, you blame that you jump in action.
Yeah. Except when I'm on a shotgun, because obviously, as we all know, the Mag 7 becomes somewhat
lethal.
Yeah, it's a better weapon in the air.
I mean, it really is. Especially going towards Half-Wall or Inferno, just bobbing, weaving, jumping.
I feel like you're there most of the time on Inferno. As an A player, you're towards B quite a lot.
If I've got Mag 7, I'm heading straight towards B.
You're going straight Half-Wall. Well, that's
Instantly.
good. I don't want any
Guaranteed
anyway.
4K.
Guaranteed.
It is.
Okay.
If they head towards B, round's done.
Our next Pog on Inferno, if you don't get 4, I'm going to hold you to this.
I'll lower that to 3 then.
You lower it to 3. Oh, wow.
I'll get 3, no problem.
Already
I'm going to do. This could be a guaranteed kill. Wukong holding for the jump. Didn't expect the peak there. So man advantage found from Glitch Tech in this one.
Once again, a lot of MP9s in play here for Glitch Tech. Certainly wanting to maximise their money. He could have just brought out M4s, but look, they've got so much money in the bag here. Ozik will be able to find one. Distu falls, but it's going to be a tough one here.
Plays towards long toilets are really passive. Took a while to swing out of there, but Ozik does fall. So that's 4 kills found with these MP9s right now. And Franco does finish things off. I would have actually liked to see if they just played time there. Tried to let him die after time. Would have been interesting to see the results from that.
That would have been really devastating. We do see the orb on Moopy here. 4 AKs in play as well for the rest of the Aceres side. But as I mentioned, I feel like potentially the mentality of this Aceres side, kind of has dropped off. I feel like, they lost so many Deagle rounds, or so many rounds against Deagles on their CT side, and they haven't won a round since. That's what.
We've won 2 out of 12 rounds, Fred.
But how many in a row is that? Is that 8 in a row for Glitch Tech?
For Glitch Tech, yes, 8 in a row.
It's kind of ridiculous.
And many of those being on the T side, it just really adds to things. AWP is out. Obviously, still a couple of MP9s on the side of Glitch Tech, but they're hoping that the AWP will negate those limitations. For Overpass, though, there is a lot of positions where these MP9s can be utilised. Potentially a bit too aggressive there from Lodzuki. It's a tough name to pronounce. I'm gonna be honest. It's not an easy name to pronounce.
I'm saying it's
Lodzuki.
Mlodzuki. Zootki.
Lodzuki. Change your name because I'm struggling to pronounce that.
No, keep it. I like it. I like to see you struggle. Puts a smile on my face.
He's gonna, if he watches this game, watches it back.
He's not gonna be watching this. He's got better things to do.
I don't know. You should see the ego of these players. Love to watch them play. And do you know why I know that? Because that's what I used to do. Every single game.
Your games weren't being casted though. You were just watching back demos.
Once in a blue moon, I used to cast over my own games.
Didn't you have a game at Epic Land that was casted and you lost like 16-2 or something?
16-3, and you were there as well.
I wasn't playing. Yeah, I wasn't playing.
Well, 2v2 in this one though. Get straight back onto this. Oh, this nade is brilliant. 12 seconds.
That's done.
The round's done. He's got to literally run his way back to site. I think there is time. Well, definitely not anymore. That is unbelievable. What a nade that was.
I feel like it.
How many at 52 HP?
Yeah, something like that.
So that was near enough a perfect HE grenade. Really well played there from Glitch Tech. It looked like things were starting to spiral out of control in that round, but it just shows how important this util is. And I feel like a lot of people, I know I'm one of them, who just always bought double flashes. I've sort of leaned into one of these HE grenades a few more times because if used well, they can really be a round winner, and we might see one hit. Load of damage done. Just with one HE grenade, 2 players brought down to around half HP. V4 though. Fasher has fallen. Oh, the boost does will to kill, but quick trade from Distu.
Yeah, Naceris once again struggling in this one. It's somewhat of a half buy. They've invested in quite a lot though. Ooh, Distu able to find one.
Phoenix is here as well. Does miss his opening kill. Distu still very aggressive. Allowing this tech just to swing out and find him. It is all on this tech though, and the bomb is dropped in water, so good luck, Ray. You are going to need it. 28 points of health. No util to cross the sight line. But Phoenix isn't actually holding it, so there is a chance he can cross. There is a molly on Phoenix, Fred.
26 seconds remaining as well. It's going to be tough.
As soon as this tap comes through, we should see that molly get thrown out, and the HP could cost him. Just going to be a tap. Molly is going out, and look at the time. The run's done. Yeah, I'm interesting finish. If he dies now, oh, what he does, that is brutal. 1.5k.
That's not enough.
Interesting there from Ray. I'm surprised he didn't just try to force the bomb on the other side of the pillar. Yes, you're going to get taken down, but at least you survive. Whereas instead, he's playing with a Tech 9 and armor this round, and Aceres really need these round wins. 0 rounds on their T side so far. 10 rounds in a row now from Glitch Tech. Looking unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it was a shaky start for Glitch Tech, but all it takes is a couple rounds and they bring themselves back into it. And it is rough for Aceres, especially because they certainly did look very dominant on their CT side, but obviously it just goes to show the mental fortitude of this Glitch Tech side. 6 rounds down and an 8-2 scoreline, not phasing them, and they've won 10 in a row now, as you mentioned.
Yeah, look at this utility left for Aceres. 1 flashbang. I don't know where it's all gone. Have they all just opted for weapons?
They had a fair bit.
Sure.
They've used quite a lot of it to take this control towards connector. I like this double long setup though. Distu and Franco both finding a killer piece. And things go from bad to worse here for this Aceris side.
Obviously, it was the Tech 9 of Ray that fell as well. So he could have had bigger losses, but it just is going from bad to worse. Phoenix finds Moopy. Phoenix could double up here, and he certainly does. Fasher falls. Wukong 1 versus 4 required to salvage anything in this round for Aceris. And look where the bomb is, Fred. They didn't even have the bomb in this round.
Yeah, now look at the minimap. Nake's progressing. Surely going to find this frag as well. And there we go. Glitztech, they find 13. This is a great start for them here. Obviously, we're still early doors in this season. For them to get a win on the board, they're going to be very happy with that.
I do believe, like we said, both these teams are 1-1. So, going to be really nice for them to go positive. Pretty sure Glitztech actually had to forfeit their last game due to a few scheduling issues, I think it was. So, sort of going straight back to winning ways is going to be very nice for the Glitztech.
Yeah, I think as well, you know, if you have to forfeit because of scheduling issues, yeah, it's a loss on the record, but it's not a loss in, you know, the actual games being played. So, I feel like it's not really going to stump their confidence. It's just more, you know, a situation that it's just a little bit unfortunate. But once again, Glitztech, they have looked so nice here in this round. Finding these 2 opening picks. Oh, and they make it a third as Franco takes down Moopy. And seemingly Aceris, they are just going to be forcing until the end of this one.
Yeah, it does feel like maybe the heads are gone a bit. The sort of strat book's thrown out the window because we just saw very split default, but just individuals pushing out, trying to be the hero. The Glitztech, they're not showing any signs of slowing down. And to reiterate, this was a 6-0 start from Aceris. Glitztech have looked superb since 12 rounds in a row. 14 out of the last 16 rounds have gone the way of Glitztech. So, real top performances. Moopy does have the AWP, but look at the weapons behind him.
Certainly not perfect in any state whatsoever.
But it doesn't even feel like we've seen any sort of glimpse of Aceris being able to win one of these rounds. Things have to change, and they have to change fast.
Yeah,
they can just run away with this one.
2 rounds away from closing this one out, and obviously, as I mentioned, we're going to be seeing forces till the end, but Aceris, oh, Moopy posted up with the AWP, and it seems as though Glitztech, they're on another level of confidence here. They're peeking into these kind of aggressive AWPing angles, and they're just easily finding success.
4v5 now, though. All 3 of the players lined up towards B. Do a Fasher towards that A bomb site, but he might not even get a chance. His team might fall before he can have any impact.
It's a 5v2 now. I feel like it's safe to say this one could be over, Charlie. It's going to be so tough. The bomb's under the control of this Glitztech side.
You got to be questioning. Are you going to try to save the AWP now? You got 40 seconds. Fasher finally peaks, and Wukong does find 1. 1 versus 5, turn 1v4. 28 seconds on the clock. Still doesn't have the bomb.
That shot from Phoenix was absolutely amazing. And obviously, something to mention. Oh, Wukong's going on somewhat of a tear in this one. Will get taken down by Mlodzutki.
There you go. You're struggling as well.
I had it so well the whole game. But, yeah, Glitztech, I feel like it's safe to say they are going to close this one out. They've looked amazing. We've seen Aceris potentially lose their heads from forcing throughout the last, 3-4 rounds. And something to mention, Charlie. Phoenix, I believe, was one of the players who was struggling to find a kill early on. Really wasn't having such a great start, but brought out the AWP, and look what Phoenix is doing now. 23-11.
Great util damage as well. Ray, 46 HP. Finally, an opening kill going the way of Aceris.
They need to be aware of Franco, though. He finds one. Will get taken down here. Distu rotating very quickly, though. They might not be aware of his deep position. It's going to be somewhat of a gamble here from Glitztech. Oh, that's a great find from Distu. Obviously, Mlodzutki Very deep monster will be the next one to be tested. Is going to be going into short here. Oh, this could be perfect. Blodzuki in a near perfect position here. That is the bomb planter. He's just going to wait. There's no need to find him yet. There is a smoke on the bomb though, but he's still in the back lines. Surely going to find this kill, and it's all on Moopy. Disu finds him, and there we have it. Glitch Tech. They win it 16-8, and they were 8-2 down, Charlie. That was 14 rounds in a row for Glitch Tech. That is absolutely ridiculous when you think about it. You've got to imagine they're going to be ecstatic with that result. And what a comeback from them in a game that seemed destined to go the way of Aceris early on. It was great kind of resurgence from Glitch Tech. They brought it back, and congratulations to them. Obviously, they've won the 2 games that they have in fact played. Obviously, as we mentioned before, the forfeit loss. Not going to be too happy with that, but not the be-all and end-all. But what are your thoughts after that one, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a really great start from Aceris, but these sort of advantageous peaks, or far too aggressive peaks, if we're being honest, really cost them. And Glitch Tech just had a few of these deagle rounds that sort of allowed them to get into the game and find a bit more rhythm. And then from there, it was complete domination, complete flip of the script, really. Glitch Tech took control of the game, and Aceris had no real response. I mean, it's unbelievable to think it was a 6-0 start that ended 16-8. We saw, what was it, 14 out of the last 16 rounds go the way of Glitch Tech, which just shows how dominant it really was. But great performance there from Glitch Tech.
You got to remember that all came off the back of a couple deagle rounds going their way. Then the money for Aceris went a little dry, and that's where they brought themselves into it. I feel like it's so clear to see with a side like Glitch Tech, once they get their confidence going, they're a really tough side to tackle, because realistically, 14 rounds in a row, 5 of them being on the T side, obviously the final 9 being on that CT side, just goes to show that, once they are brimming with that confidence, they are just like a well-oiled machine. They really are really tough to take down. And I feel like on their CT side, a lot of those rounds were dominant. It wasn't as though there was consistent clutches from players. It just seemed as though everyone on the side was stepping up, and it was certainly what they did need. But obviously, a great second match here for the Challenger Division. Obviously, the third game, which is Royals versus RCL, will be casted by Flamboyant. So make sure you guys do show them some love on the B stream there. I will send you guys over as well. But an absolutely crazy game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys for tomorrow for plenty more games.